Hi everyone and welcome to my video. Today we're working on middle splits. I've included lots of exercises to help loosen up your hips, increase your flexibility and help you get further down in middle splits. Remember to work within your own limits and do all the stretches carefully. If anything is too much, then stop. Let's get started. We're starting with some big pliés in second. Have your feet wide, turned out and keep your knees tracking over your toes. Keep your body upright. Now plie, turn your feet to parallel with a flat back reaching forward. Fold over, bend your knees and roll up through your spine. We're just gently moving through the positions, warming up our hips and hamstrings. We're doing this sequence 4 times. Plie, turn to parallel with a flat back, folding over, bend your knees and rolling up. We're doing a big lunge to one side and plie through second. This position is called a contraction, which means we're tucking our hips under and pulling our tummy in. Then lunge to the other side and recover. We're doing 4 of these in total. Now the deepest plie you can muster, and we're alternating, pushing back one knee and then the other. And then we're going to hold one side, really pushing back that knee. For this video, I'm only holding here for 8 counts, but to get the most out of this stretch, you could hold it for 30 seconds. This is a low side lunge and we're alternating sides. This is going to loosen up your hips. And now comes the tricky bit. Try doing the same thing with no hands. If it's too difficult, you could try going a bit higher or just keep your hands on the ground. We're going to hold this lunge. For this video, I'm not holding for very long, but I'd recommend holding each side for 20 to 30 seconds. Now we're placing one leg on top of the other with our ankles and knees in line, and you're going to arch forward and roll up through your spine. This should give you a nice glute stretch. We're doing 4 of these. And now we're doing the opposite, so diving down and arching up. Let's do the same thing on the other side. These next few stretches are probably my favourite for improving middle splits. If you were just going to add one section from this video to your regular stretch routine, I'd use this. I just find it really effective. I like to have my ankles more or less in line with my knees, like a grand plie in second. Then we're just doing little rocks forwards and backwards. This should really stretch out your hips and inner thighs. Now we're going to resist, so pushing your knees into the floor for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax, and you should sink a bit further down. And we're resisting again for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relaxing and sinking. Okay, we're repeating the same sequence but with one leg out to the side. This stretch is pretty intense, so if it's too much, feel free to just skip this section. You could also try maybe just holding the stretch but without doing any of the rocks or resistance work. So anyway, here we are with our little rocks forwards and backwards. And now resisting, so pushing your knee and foot into the floor and then relaxing to sink further down. And one more of those, resist and hold and relax, sinking further down. And it's your lucky day, we're doing that whole sequence on the other side. So starting with little rocks forwards and back. And resist for 4, 3, 2, 1 and relax. And last time, resist for 4, 3, 2, 1 and relax. This next stretch looks really weird, but it feels excellent. We're actually stretching our legs in the opposite direction to what we have been so far. Lying on your tummy, you're keeping your knees together and gently pulling your feet down towards the floor. You can just lie there, have a little rock side to side. Okay, now we're getting into some bigger stretches. Sitting in straddle, flexing our feet, we're doing 8 little reaches past our toes. And now we're turning that into a twist, reaching our opposite hand to our foot. We're going to repeat all of that from the top. And this is a big side stretch. Try to reach past your foot with your top arm. And up and over to the other side. Keep reaching your feet away from you along the floor. One more each side. This next one we're going to hold for a bit longer. And then we're turning our body down towards our knee and holding there. And we're repeating that on the other side. This is another one of my favourite stretches. Lifting your arms up to fifth, you're going to lower your body forwards, but don't put your hands on the floor. If it's a bit difficult, you can try putting your feet a bit further forwards. It's a bit of a cheat, but it's still really effective. We're lowering 4 times, and on the last one, you can go all the way down and have a little stretch there in pancake. We're going to do all of that one more time. And this time we're going to hold our pancake stretch. For this video, I'm just staying here for a little bit, but I'd recommend holding this for at least 30 seconds. Okay, it's nice to be able to sit flat in splits, but it's even better if you have the strength to do something with it, like lift your leg up high in the air, or get really high legs in your straddle leap. So this next section is for that. Let's start with just 4 slow leg lifts. Straight knees, pointed toes, keep your top knee facing up to the ceiling. And 8 fast kicks. Keep both legs turned out and your tummy pulling in. Now 8 more kicks, but we're unfolding just from the knee. Let's have a big stretch. Grab your foot and pull it up with your top hand. For a deeper stretch, you could also try grabbing your foot with your bottom hand. And now we're doing all of that on the other side, starting with our slow leg lifts. And now 8 fast kicks. And 8 more kicks unfolding from our knee. And time for a stretch. This is another stretch that I personally find really effective. You can shuffle your bum right up to a wall and then lower your legs down to a straddle. If you're just starting out, you can gradually build up how long you hold this for over time, with the goal of eventually being able to hold it for about 30 seconds. If you feel pretty comfortable here, I'd recommend trying to hold this for a minute to a minute and a half. If at any point this feels like too much, then just stop. This should feel like a gentle stretch and not really too intense. At the end, come out of it nice and slowly. You can use your hands to help lift your legs up and then give them a shake. Alright, time for the real thing. We're sliding down to middle splits. Make sure you keep your hips right between your feet so that you're definitely in middle splits and don't sit back into straddle. You can point and flex your feet if you like. And also, for this video, I'm just staying here for a couple of counts of 8, but I'd recommend holding this for at least 30 seconds if you can. Our final stretch for the day is not for beginners. I would recommend this for people who have been working on middle splits for a while and are either flat or trying to close that gap of the last few inches. So it's just an oversplit. We're putting one foot up on a foam roller, or you could use a couple of pillows, and then we're pushing right up to middle splits. Aim to hold this for about 30 seconds. And we're doing the same thing on the other side. That's all for today. Thanks so much for watching. Please comment down below and let me know if this video helped you get further down in your splits, and if you have any requests for future videos. See you all next time.